Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Legendary Solo No Death Spartan Ops with me, RC. This is episode 3 Catherine and chapter 4 Shootout on Valhalla on the map 2 Giants, or as you know it from Halo 4 multiplayer Ragnarok. Basically 3 sections of this mission, bit of an on-foot section, gonna have to make my way across the map, activating some defense turrets. And lots of enemies going to be in my way from all these super drop pods. Going to be some phantoms coming down as well. Going to have to kill all of them. Eventually some Wraith is going to come down. Well, just one Wraith. I'm going to steal that Wraith. So then there's going to be a little bit of Wraith section in the middle. And then at the end, as you all know, it's going to be the fight in the Mantis. Pretty memorable is this one. Many people quote it as their favourite mission. And I can see why. Lots of fighting, lots of action. You get a mix of both on-foot action and vehicle action in the same mission, which is always good. It's not just dominated by the same monotonous regime. Here are the phantoms. There's no time pressure for activating these turrets. Just do it as and when you can. Loadout is pretty standard. Got my DMR, got my plasma pistol, got my regen. But since this is quite a lot of vehicles right at the end, I've also got my gunner and my wheelman. Not that you can see that on my hood at the moment. We could see right at the start if you're paying attention. Should be more than the plasma pistols from sort of dead grunts and jackals. Start dealing with these guys. Whoops, forgot that that one was there. And you do have infinite ammo for your DMR. There are several crates around. Whoops. Just gonna get out of there. Get some ammo over here. Crate here. Wear some carbines as well if you want. If you want to mix it up without the DMR. These turrets can actually get destroyed. They're not invincible. See if that elite is slashing at it for too much longer, it will start to get badly damaged. Now there are enemies dropping behind me by the looks of it. Oh. No matter. Strangely enough, this is one of the best places to be on the map in multiplayer. It's also one of the best places to be in Spartan Ops as well. Very high, lots of good sight lines to the rest of the map. What I really want to do is hit this though. There we go. Can only carry 42 rounds in backup this time, aside from the current magazine. That's because I don't have the mobile, don't have the ammo perk. Dalton's special delivery is heading out of the Harringer Bay now to come reinforce us. Honestly, don't know why they just don't send those Pelicans to come pick me up. One of the many great contradictions of Spartan Ops. Ah, rocking the way. Oh, that was a bit ambitious. No lock on. The amount of red reticle range. Nah, not gonna happen. This is one of those missions that can go incredibly quickly when you've got all 4 of you going. Actually, I say that pretty much every time. They can all go that way. So, yeah, that applies to everything. But the enemies all pretty much come from the same place, especially in a mission like this. So you can just concentrate your fire onto big groups of enemies that are all dropping down. Maybe grab those 2 ghosts that were back near waterfall base. Splatter half of them before they even move.
Wraith on the field. Watch out, Crimson.
And that's the Wraith I want. This one's a fairly aggressive Wraith for some reason, so I can actually just sort of hang out over here and he'll come out over to attack me. And when he does that, I can ambush him and take the Wraith for myself. Some sort of red dot over there that I can't see what it is though. That's an elite by the sounds of it. Bit of an awkward place for him to be. There he is. So I swear to you, this Wraith will come. Just takes a bit of time sometimes. There he is. Oh dear. So he's put himself in the channel here. Not a good idea. I have height advantage. Got lots of cover. Just gonna kick him out. And now it's mine. This is gonna make the middle section relatively easy now. The end section with just one of you in the Mantis can get pretty tricky actually. You have to really hide from most of them for the first few waves. And be very cautious with the rest of it. Because although you're powerful, you're not invincible. The Wraith is perfect for this level. You can arc it over the central hills and stuff. It's great. A bit disappointed they took it out of the map for multiplayer. The Mantis just isn't the same, obviously, but Wraith is better suited, I think, to be honest. So not many enemies in the Wraith, but it just makes it a little bit easier. Speeds it up. It's already a pretty long mission. Don't really want to spend any more time on it. I want to get to the exciting Mantis bit. Hunter 2. Gonna be a lot of hunters in the next section with the Mantis. Something you make very short work of. Whoop whoop. That's it for this section. And now the majority of the mission is in the Mantis, of course. And you get loads of dropships, get plenty of phantoms, you get lots of banshees as well. And quite a number of phantoms that are around, just milling around, that you will have to destroy as well. So look at that, they bring 4 Mantises on, I guess, like 4 pelicans for 1 Spartan, and they don't even pick him up. It's like, what's the point in that, guys? Now run away. Want to get the nearest one to you and then go straight through this arch and hide on the other side, because you will get torn to pieces otherwise. Yeah, sure, if there's 4 of you, like, no problem, just boss it, just stand out in the middle of the open. On your own, this many enemies all concentrated on you, you're gonna get screwed unless you hide. Gotta try and protect yourself from above and also to the side. You might think trying to go near behind waterfall base would be the best idea, but there's such a big gap between there and here that that's not gonna really work. So this is the best place I've found. And, you know, shields are down, I'm getting pounded to hell, so it doesn't really seem like it's a good idea, but I survived, so that's the proof of the pudding. Ouch. Don't shoot yourself either. Just gonna wait for it to slowly recharge. Try and isolate them, take them out one by one. bit difficult to take out these Banshees because they're right above you and the Mantis can't quite shoot straight up. It's the Phantoms that stick around I was talking about. Gun first, and then after that it's just clearing out the other enemies until you can get a good enough shot on the Phantom to finally take them out. They do all need to die, of course. So you'll notice that I'm getting pretty long bursts on my main gun, and that is because of the gunner perk. You definitely want that. Missiles are great, but they have a really long recharge time. So once we clear this wave, start getting some drop pods down. Oh, a Wraith! I think that's my Wraith. How dare you? That's so rude. I think this has one of the highest concentrations of hunters in a single level, this particular chapter. But they are all spread out over a very long mission, so it's not that great for farming really. Harvesting Hunters challenge completed. Speak of the devil. A moment of calm. Here they go again. I've already got the challenge though, guys, come on. And it's so long and they drop all over the map that it's difficult to remember every single drop location in exactly what order they are. Yep, I knew they were coming and dropped it on my face. It's like, this isn't gonna go good if I move from here. Current objective, continue defending area. Amazing. If this seems a little boring, you can try go and tangle with the hunters up close. Step on their faces with the Mantis stomp. That can be fun sometimes. You know, I've just survived 15 minutes of this. Don't want to get killed by a hunter in a stupid way. And you did. What's that? Another Phantom inbound. Dropping it facing the opposite way to where the enemies is. That's very intelligent. Ooh, look, an elite trying to sneak up around the side. Try again. Maybe you want to use camo, guys.
My pilots are reporting there's a Covenant cruiser inbound on Crimson's position. Oh crap. Confirmed sighting, Commander. We're moving on Crimson.
Now since the area has been clear for quite some time, I have been able to retreat over behind Waterfall base this time. You can see all of the sky. Got some pretty big structure to help deflect fire.
Commander, that's a suicide run.
Now Palmer's worried about my safety. Now she wants us out of there.
Crimson.
Crimson, hold out just a little longer. Help is on its way.
Now that waypoint down by the lake base, that's going to activate the final sort of sequence. We're going to have lots of phantoms and banshees coming down from that cruiser we could see in the sky. In co-op you can all pretty much just stand on the lake shore and take everything out before it barely gets to you. Solo you're going to have to be a bit more conservative than that. Bit of a rock formation up to the left side here, next to where all the Mantis drops. That's the location I'm going to use to hold out. Maybe I'll get a new one though, just before. I'll waddle over there. Why these few enemies thought it would be a good idea to go defend lake base, I don't know. I've got close enough to hit that beacon now. Just gonna hightail it out of there as fast as I can. Wow, that was a pretty exaggerated death scream. So these trees get away in the way of your line of fire a little bit. Ouch. And maybe this isn't even the best place, because there's sort of a gap in between some of the rocks. But basically, either here or maybe on the other side of the central ridge. That might be a better place than this, actually, in hindsight. You'd be a little bit further away, but you'd be more protected, probably. Probably have a better field of view, actually. Yeah. Now, interesting thing about these phantoms, you see that? You could barely see those shots. You saw them hit me pretty hard. The concussion rifle cannons that they have mounted on the front have got like some super speed mods, so they just fly through the air like ridiculously fast. And if you're on foot, they can absolutely murder you. Fortunately, I've got shields in the Mantis. Even still, took a bit of a beating. You've seen that? You've seen how fast those concussion rifles are flying? It's ridiculous. Projectile speed hacks or something like that. Sometimes the Banshees even do damage to themselves, which make them a bit softer. I'm getting fairly close now. One or two more waves. Just rinse and repeat once you know good places to hide. I'm shooting at nothing apparently. There it is, there's Phantom. I will be victorious. If these Phantoms were smart, they'd come into the valley like the other Phantoms did, but they're not smart.
Miller, light up the last few targets.
Final wave. You know, one time when I was doing this mission in 4-player co-op, just playing around in matchmaking, we got to the final wave, and then we thought we destroyed all the enemies, but we couldn't actually complete it. And what it turned out was that we noticed off to the left side that there was a Banshee still around apparently, and we couldn't see it. Wandered over to where the red cursor was, and it was inside one of the rocks. And so what somebody had to end up doing was climb up onto the rocks and try and stamp through the rock basically to destroy the Banshee that was stuck on the other side of the rock. Well, inside the rock on the other side of the surface of the rock. It was really weird. But somehow the Banshee got outside the map. Took us a couple of minutes to figure out. Could have been really bad, could have had to quit after like 15 minutes. Yeah, come on, die, die, die. So I take out all this and I think, yeah, next target. Cruising now, I'm gonna take you out. Yeah. And then they do it for me. Massive missile.
Nice work down there, Crimson. We'll have you a ride home shortly.
Commander Palmer, solid intel on Pardvol's location.
Let's see. Alright, scratch that, Crimson. You're not coming home, you're going hunting. I'll be back in touch shortly.
So finally we get a ride out of there, even though we could have had one about halfway through this. Thank you very much, Sarah Palmer. Chapter complete. Shootout in Valhalla on 2 giants. 155 kills, no deaths. 22 minutes and 19 seconds on my own. Have fun with it if you try it. You probably already tried that one. It's a pretty popular one. Anyway, I'll see you on the final chapter of this episode. Hunting trip on the gate.